Luce, skitty. I'm a chef by nature, watch me whip my dish. My plate, my carrots, I'm too legit to miss. Man, it's my season, nobody cook like this. Meat cut like butter and everything with a crisp. I'm a chef by nature, watch me whip my dish. My plate, my carrots, I'm too legit to miss. Man, it's my season, nobody cook like this. Meat cut like butter and everything with a crisp. You can catch me in the kitchen on the grind. Call the butter on my shrimp and then I hit them with the wine. I be cooking with my feet in and I'm fitted every time.
Might have to cut that up just a little bit. Yeah.
I'm a chef by nature, watch me whip my dish. My plate, my carrots, I'm too legit to miss.
Everybody can hear that?
He cooked this up just good.
Yeah. I'm a chef by nature, watch me whip my dish. My plate, my carrots, I'm too legit to miss.
It's all good, man. This podcast is gonna be different for everybody, I'm telling you. Then I hit it with the wine. And I fit it every time. Yeah. I'm a chef by nature. All right. We about to go ahead and get into this thing. I just want y'all to get a little tease of that right there, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing right now. Yeah. Cut it off. So listen, welcome to another episode of My Plate, My Canvas, Queen City, episode 2. Oh man, I'm excited about this one right here because my man was interviewing me all the way. I mean, before we even got on the elevator, he started interviewing me. So I you know what I'm saying, I like that right there. But listen, again, a plate is just a plate, a canvas is just a canvas. Until you put something on it, presentation is everything. Welcome to my special co-host over here, Athena, my girl.
It's your girl, Golden Goddess.
Golden Goddess.
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all check her out. And then we got my guy, the one that we're going to be interviewing today, the one that's going to be doing a little interviewing, my boy Chef Taz, man.
Yeah, man.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh man, it's actually a pleasure, man, because you know what, this is very organic.
Yeah.
And like I said, we were already talking and we were already chopping it up with you earlier, man. And I mean, you had some interesting conversation already.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start at right now, but you know what, just
wherever, man.
Just a little bit, just you know what I'm saying, just give us a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, who Chef Taz.
Yeah, man. So I'm a private chef here in Charlotte, an executive private chef. I own a private catering company here in Charlotte, so Chef Taz Catering. If you guys are ever interested in that. 26 years old, so I'm young. I'm young in the game, man. So I've been doing this for strong about 4 years now.
Okay.
And, I'm still a student to it, man. I'm trying to learn every day, get better every day, and definitely trying to, separate myself from, the competition and the other chefs here.
Hey, listen, the competition is eliminated. Don't worry about the competition, bro. Right. That's why I don't do competitions, because I'm in competition already with myself.
With myself, that's what it is.
So that's why I don't do.
Just trying to get better and better every day,
right,
man.
And the way you do that, you know what I'm saying? In other words, how you prepare yourself for that?
Man, it's a mental thing, man. You got to stay focused with this. People don't understand how hard it is as far as staying focused and being consistent. I think that's what it is that really separates it, is being consistent to it each and every day, man.
Yeah, consistency is everything.
Yeah, consistency, staying, keeping your foot on the gas, man. So that's what it is. Just try to take it one day at a time, man. I wake up and put this on every day, and
okay, you got a little dope fit right now. I mean, I'm saying, I think I'm gonna have to get me one of those right there.
So I have a question for you, because you're young and you're doing this. Where did your love for food come from?
So my grandmother was a caterer. Grandma Bernice in a small town of Harrisonburg, Virginia.
All right, Grandma Bernice. Okay, I like that right there.
Grew up always, digging in our recipes. My mom always pulling out the recipes. That's what we cooking for dinner this week and stuff like that. So helping her out. Always been in the kitchen since I was a kid.
Okay.
So that's where the love grew. And I knew it was one or two options. I was either playing football or I was going to be a chef. And when I got a little older, I said, I'm going to go to chef route.
No. You got the bill for both of them.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go to chef
Nobody
route.
trusts skinny chefs no more.
Yeah, man. So that's where the love kind of originated, man.
Okay. All right, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I heard Virginia. Those some deep roots right there.
Yeah, man.
I talk about, like, when I think about Virginia, man, I think about, like, you know what I'm saying, going up off the road, you know what I'm saying, about like a half a mile till you get to the crib.
That's what it is. That's what it is back
there. I think about, a lot too, with when it come down to somebody that's from the country, that's from Virginia, you know, Carolina, or wherever, you know, and they talk about they were raised with their grandma. I'm thinking about like everything was made from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, biscuits from canning to preserving to all that stuff, and that's one of the concepts that I took on growing up as a kid, because I was raised not so much on like I'm in the country, but I was raised on country living, country
Down there in
cuisine.
Miami
You
and
know what I'm
stuff
saying?
like
But
that.
and I was raised on Caribbean too, which I pretty much let everybody know, because being raised in Florida, but still having your family from up north, or you know what I'm saying, like parts of Georgia. Like a lot of my family are from Florida, so I have I do like almost like a Floridian style.
Okay. I like that. I never really heard of it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
So it's almost like, you know how you got Flo Rida,
Right.
you know, so you got Flo Ribian.
I like that.
So
I never heard
it's
of it
a
like
mixture
that. Okay.
of you know what I'm saying, being raised in Florida and Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, again with a little twist. So
Super dope.
again, so now we talked about earlier, and I'm trying to remember what we talked about. I mean, because
We was talking about a lot, man.
we talked about a lot, but we was talking about the pros and cons. Let's talk about the pros and cons. One, you saying the difference between a chef and a private chef. So, give me your version of a chef, a personal chef. You said
Personal and private. Yeah.
personal and private, and then you know what I'm saying, we're going to elaborate on that.
Yeah, definitely, because I feel as though it's not an occupation that a lot of people hear every day. A lot of people don't meet chefs every day. So, like a personal chef, I feel as though, you know, it's more so what you do and what your niche is, to where you kind of, you know, locked in with one client, you homed in on that one client. What I do and what my company is based off of is we take care of a magnitude of clients. So every week it's either in-home private dinners where we're doing like 3, 4, 5 courses, or we're doing private catering for small venues and events and things like that. We got a lot of partnerships with a lot of these luxury rental home properties and stuff like that.
Okay, like Airbnbs or something like that?
Kind of, but they like multi-million-dollar houses and stuff like that. So we got relationships with the owners. So when clients come into town, we'll service those clients and stuff like that. So they sleep 15, 20 people, and they'll hire us for the whole weekend to do it like that. So
that's bread and butter right there.
yeah, man.
That's
It's super
bread and butter
dope,
right
man.
there. I like that right
Of
there.
course, you know, you got your clientele, the athletes, the corporate CEOs here. So we service a lot of people. So, you know, I think the difference between a private chef is we cater to, you know, a large audience versus a personal chef is really locked in with that client, you know, that athlete, that celebrity, whoever it may be. And that's kind of like the biggest difference I personally see between the two.
Okay. I mean, some people will look at it as one and the same.
Yeah.
It's just a name. Just like, you know what I'm saying, you might have an executive chef and you have an executive sous chef. Like, what the hell is the difference?
Yeah, people don't
It's just that
understand the
one
difference.
is, you can go home when he damn feel like it. You know, we got to stay there, you know what I'm saying? And
I see that every day.
right. So even with even with Athena, you know what I'm saying, with being the general manager of a, you know what I'm saying, a nice nightclub,
Oh, wow.
which, you know what I'm saying, she got the perks of going if they feel like staying, but they the owners. So I mean, it's almost like, hey, if they down like that, they're gonna let her go ahead and move around and do what they have to do. So it works out. It works out.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. So, you know, in other words, you know, something else we were talking about too was, I'm gonna just use the word fugazi. You know, we got a lot of fugazis out here.
Yeah, that's a good way to
And
put it.
Yeah, I learned that over the weekend. A lot of people throw chef in front of the name, but they're not really chefs. So what makes a chef a chef?
what makes a chef
I
a
definitely
chef?
want to hear you.
Yeah, what make so like I said, I got this saying that was taught to me, you know what I'm saying, years ago, back in like 2000, from a chef instructor. He was like the dean at Johnson & Wells. And he said it takes 10 minutes to look like a chef, but a lifetime to become one. And I always use that. I always stand on that, because I can put on a jacket, you can put on a jacket, we can get in the kitchen, but you know what I'm saying, when it come down to your skill set, when it come down to how you handle yourself in the kitchen,
When that flame
when
cut
it
on.
come when that flame come on, when it come down to, like, you know what I'm saying, just the respect that you have for product, the respect that you have for the concept, the respect that you have for the line,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, because we know that we're feeding somebody, we're feeding people. we're, you know what I'm saying, we got people in the dining room that come to spend their hard-earned money to eat what we provide. So I don't knock those people out there that got to hustle,
Yeah.
but I just know that I came from a place where, let me just go ahead and turn this around, just in case somebody listening. I came from a place where you really had to, I mean, you were trained.
Yeah.
You were properly trained to be structured, you know what I'm saying, in order to be able to provide good service. So a chef is a name, but a chef is something that's earned.
Yeah, it's a dignified title, kind of like when you're saying sergeant, captain, pilot. You know, I look at it in that regard,
Right,
like it's a
because that you said
dignified title.
that. So when you say general,
Yeah,
so just think about it in the kitchen as
kitchen.
well. You know, the executive chef or whatever. So now they go down in the ranks, and then you have your brigade, which
Yeah.
is like the line cooks and things like that. So it does start at the top, you know what I'm saying, with the general, which is the executive chef, because without his, you know what I'm saying, him orchestrating what's going on and giving it to, that's why we used to have meetings all the time. So we'll be sitting at a table like this right here, and the executive chef will be standing up, and he'll be letting us know what's going on for the rest of the day, or what we need to be doing, or how we need to be doing it. And so that's how that go. But yeah, there's a big difference, man, when it comes down to just saying, you know what, you know, between a chef and a cook.
So, question: when do you get to that level of comfortability and confidence that you're able to say, "Okay, I'm a chef"?
I think it's definitely the timing, but like you said, you got to go through the ranks. You got to go through the ranks, because I started in corporate catering, so I didn't necessarily go to school and everything like
Hey,
that.
that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's okay.
So I didn't go to school. Man, I had some great executive chefs that took me under their wing and put me through it.
Yeah,
And they was
listen,
like, you
to
go,
all those who think that you have to go to school
nah.
to be certified, it's a piece of paper and it's a bill. Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying, where you get, I had chefs that used to tell me when I was in school, why are you in school? I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying, I want to get an education to get it. He said, man, listen, when y'all bring y'all prissy asses in here and y'all come in my kitchen, get on my line, y'all do not know how to read the closest ticket, you know what I'm saying, you get thrown into the, you know what I'm saying, to the fire. But you know what I'm saying, all they do is come in, and they hate Johnson and Wells students. A lot of chefs, especially when I was coming up, they hate Johnson and Wells students. The reason being is because they thought they were too uppity. They were too like, you know, they were prima donnas.
Okay, so they had to humble them.
They didn't even know how to use a knife.
Oh,
So
okay.
they come in already wanting to be chefs because they came from the school, and you have celebrity chefs that pretty much that hurt them in that kind of aspect. Because I was in the classroom, this is way back when, I'm not going to tell it my age, but where, I mean, it was almost like 30 something students, and I was like probably about like the oldest one. And this was like in my 30s, or my early 30s, and the all you see is these little kids running around like they freaking, you know what I'm saying, Emeril Lagasse, these celebrity chefs, and I'm like, the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? You know, but you had some that took it serious. You ask them what they want to do when I want to open up my own restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a Michelin star. Man, damn that.
Which
you know what I'm saying?
Not easy, by the way. Like,
I mean, it's not the goal for everybody, though.
It's not the
That's
goal.
not what stamps success, you know. But I definitely think, you know, kind of just going back to your question, I think you just gotta go through the ropes and go through the motions and work your way up that totem pole.
You have
so
to. You got to
know,
go through the fire.
I work in that corporate kitchen. We're doing catering companies. We was doing these big banquets and weddings, 200-300 people, you know, for each event. But I went through it. Then during the pandemic is when I kind of really stepped up on my own,
Right.
and took off with my company, and it's been great ever since.
No, that's what's up, man. So even with you starting your own company, I mean, you know what I'm saying, like, what were some of your biggest challenges?
Oh man, so I went to school for business first, and I didn't learn nothing about business in school. I didn't learn nothing about
I
business,
hear a
man.
lot of that with a business degree. Like, that's
Yeah, man. So I mean, I had a great time in school. I wasn't trading my experience for the world, but when I got into starting a business, man, you don't know nothing about an EIN. You don't know nothing about I didn't learn EIN. I didn't learn nothing about taxes.
in school.
In school.
You didn't learn that?
School taught me how to be a great employee. It didn't teach you how to be a great business owner.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I didn't learn. I was trying to figure out what an EIN was, how to file taxes, marketing, promotion. how to write stuff up. So I was just like,
Wow.
that was a big hurdle for me. Just trying to figure those things out in the beginning, man. So
Okay.
I had to get bumped and bruised to figure those things out.
Right.
And now I'm in the process of just trying to scale the company now. So
Okay. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that, you know what I'm saying, you still don't have it all the way
no, absolutely.
figured out, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll never really have it all the way figured out. And it's, what I mean, as far as, like, you had to, you know what I'm saying, you started your business, you know what I'm saying, you went to school. You now you're out here in the, you know what I'm saying, this, you know, in the world of hard knocks, trying to get it in.
Yes, sir,
and now you
absolutely.
got people that want to come in and join your business, but thinking they probably might know a little bit more than you. And now it's almost like a challenge, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, man. It's
how you been dealing with that? Because I see you got like a little crew with you.
Yeah, man. So first and foremost, shout out to Chef Jay. That's my executive sous
Shout
chef.
out to Chef Jay.
Man,
He gonna get on this one.
Yeah,
this
Chef
part
Jay
of it one day.
gotta get on. But Chef Jay, man, that's my right hand, man. So I definitely couldn't do a lot of the stuff that we do without Chef Jay.
That's good, man. You need a team.
Yeah, man. So orchestrating a team, and I can't be everywhere at once. So that's what it is now, man. We building a platform and building a brand. Chef Tez is more than just me; it's a brand. So we stamping, you know, those chefs that are definitely respected with the brand, putting them on clients and things like that. So that's the goal right now. But man, it's not easy, man. Finding people trustworthy and reliant.
Tell you about it?
Yeah, man.
How you gonna elaborate on that?
Listen.
How you gonna elaborate on
That's
that?
ready to work.
That's ready to
People
work,
that's
grind.
self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard, especially I feel like after COVID. I feel like COVID somehow
It made the world
crippled
weird.
us. Yeah, because
Right,
it's
right.
like it's more entitlement. Like people want their pay before the work, and I'll be like, I'm like, what? Or you want to work one day and expect.
Yeah.
Basically, people want to make $100 a minute, and it's like
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that. So
We
I've seen it.
And that make your job just a whole lot harder, you know what I'm saying? Especially
It
with
does.
both of y'all. And that's another difference between what, my private chef like myself, because I'm pretty much like my own boss.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nobody micromanaging me. You know what I'm saying? Telling me what to do or whatever. I mean, my guy barely talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's 25 years old, but it's like, you know, great kid, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I still set myself in his presence as a father figure, as far as like, you know, but we joke, you know, because I mean, I'm really young at heart, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at my age don't say nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wear my dunks, I'm going to wear my caps, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stunt like I want to stunt. But, you know what I'm saying? I know how to separate the two. And that's another thing, too, about being a private chef, is that, too, you have to know when to back off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when to step forward to the point where if you have a client and you can't just get all in their mix.
Yeah.
Like you have to know how to let them, like if a family come in and they sitting at the table, you got to know how to like distance
Back
yourself,
up.
do what you have to do, heads down, focus. You don't hear nothing.
Chef,
You know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
chef never hears. That's
A
what
good
I always
chef
be
never
saying.
hear nothing.
I done heard some wild conversations.
Yeah, listen, and those who ain't never signed nothing yet,
No NDAs,
no
nothing
NDA,
like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? You sign them papers. Listen, you can't just go out in the world talking about these people's life. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I mean, I've had my challenges, you know what I'm saying, in my early years of working as a private chef, and I learned a whole lot, and I learned what to do and what not to do. I learned how to give them their space.
Yeah,
And it's not easy getting caught up in their lives.
yeah. See, I'm able to kind of come in and out when, you know, you kind of really in the home and stuff like that.
I'm in the present. Like, I'm talking about like all over, you know what I'm saying? We chilling. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've been in positions where, you know, they come home and I'm on the couch, you know what I'm saying, watching Netflix. What up? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And then you know what I'm saying? Then I have to be mindful and be like,
Wait,
it might be okay, but damn, I'm still at work.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that comes too with the time that I spent with these people. So it's certain things that I could do, but I still respect. You know, I still respect
Is it hard for you to separate yourself from work and personal?
Heck no.
No?
Not no more. Not after what I had to go through.
Oh yeah.
Now, I went through something back in 2016 that I don't wish on nobody,
Okay.
but God do everything for a reason.
Okay.
Just put it that way.
Okay.
God do everything for a reason. Sometimes we think it's the enemy and it's not.
Right.
So we can, like I said, you know, it's easy to get caught up. And, you know what I'm saying, until right now today, you know what I'm saying, I always still ask for forgiveness for things that I probably did that I did have recollection of, but I didn't control it.
Okay.
And I'm not scared to tell my story because, you know what I'm saying, if anybody gonna tell the story, you gotta tell your story.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, that's what it's all about. So, listen, I think we're gonna probably take just a little, you know what I'm saying, a little 2 minute.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds
We're gonna
good.
come back with some good questions. And we're gonna finish up with my boy Chef Tez. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Smooth right here. I like that.
Yeah, it is smooth. That's why everybody out there with a reel, y'all need to get up on this song right here. Yeah. I'm too legit to miss. Yeah. And everything with a with my dish. All right. We're back. To go ahead and wrap this thing up, but we still have so much to talk about. Again, a plate is just a plate, a canvas is just a canvas until you put something on it. Presentation is everything. We're back with my boy Chef Tez. Man, we was actually talking about some stuff before when the camera was off. Now we back on, and we still got more to talk about. But no,
Talking about a
we
little
actually,
bit.
you know what? We're gonna bring back up that topic about them fugazis that's out there.
Oh.
And it was something else that we was talking about too that was very interesting. But
Oh yeah, you was talking about the followers and likes and stuff like that, right?
that's how we're gonna pretty much kind of wrap it up.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about these fugazis that's out here though, because we kind of brought it up a little bit earlier. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against people that's out there doing their thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like a respect to this craft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm talking about I've been through the gutter, and I'm talking about like I got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
To the point where being in this chef field got it to the point sometimes where, you know what I'm saying, you wasn't even making it how you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? You got a family, you got to pay bills, you got to do all this stuff, man. And back then we didn't really have social media like this right here back when I started.
So you
We
really
didn't
had to
have
get
no
out the
Instagram.
mud. Had to get out the mud.
I'm talking about I was doing caterings. I mean, at the time, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I was selling food out of my car. I was setting up at, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, selling food to the old heads out there, you know what I'm saying, whipping up the little chicken sauce and making all kind of stuff. I used to sell food at, you know what I'm saying. My wife at the time, she was working at the post office. She used to take orders, and I used to just sit up here and make food for them. You know what I'm saying? And then just do like little caterings and stuff like that, man, to the point, but I never stopped doing it. So I really got it and really, you know what I'm saying, like made a name for myself without Instagram.
Yeah.
But when Instagram came about, now it's all these people who don't really know you that's like trying to like you. But again, the fugazis, how you feel about that?
It's a touchy subject, man. I see a lot of people and you know, that buy the followers, stuff like that. I don't pay too much attention on it, man. I would rather have 1,000 of the right followers than just 100,000 of anybody. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Like,
For real.
I don't get caught up in all that, man. I look at, you know, you look at your engagement and stuff like that, but the relationships, I'm like, man, we touching the people who we really need to touch, man. We touching those high power people, high power clients. Yeah, like you can't let that social media stuff get all in the thing. And I see a lot of people who, like, you know, I know chefs that got way more followers and stuff like that than me, but they coming to me asking for advice, like, Chef, how you doing that? How you manage to stay consistent and stay busy and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because, you know, if your followers don't equate to dollars, then
But you know what tripped me out is when you see those people that got followers like 600,000 and you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff, and then you sit up here and say like, but when they post a picture, they only got like 100 likes, 200 likes.
yeah. It's easy to sort out though. So that's why I'm like, man, there's no need to buy it. Like, that don't make people. I mean, I think it does sometimes make people like gravitate and click towards your page, but that's what I'm saying. Are those really the clients that you want to?
And putting my publicist hat on, instead of people investing their money into followers, invest your money into the marketing, boosting posts, making sure that your posts are reaching new areas, a new genre of
And
people,
being detailed in that too.
and being very, very detailed.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to have it, and it's another thing to look like you have it. And
Yeah.
more people, and it's not just in the chef world, it's just a stigma
general,
right
yeah.
now. It's like everybody is more concerned with looking like they have it than actually having it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also, lastly, it's quality over quantity.
Exactly.
You can have millions of followers because your food is nasty.
Yeah. So I mean,
So
that's
it's
what
like-
it is. It's just the
That's real
TikTok-y
talk.
thing. Me and
Right.
Chef Jay always say like TikTok chefs.
Yeah.
Like that's our little thing. Like
Right.
that. It's
Well,
just
I
kinda
like that right there. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about that real quick about TikTok chefs because again, I'm not knocking them for how they came about and you know what I'm saying at the right time in this era
Yeah.
of social media. The pandemic had a lot to do with that. A lot of people were just probably waiting to just be discovered. Which I mean, they had to be doing this stuff, you know what I'm saying, before even, you know,
Yeah.
COVID and all that kind of stuff even hit.
Uh-huh.
Just like I was telling Sean, you know, even with my boy Lucci, who did the song for me, he was doing podcasts way before anybody was thinking about podcasts.
Podcast. Yeah.
I mean, you can go in right now and look at his YouTube channel, and he got a podcast on there with one of his boys, and I'm talking about like the whole, the song, the setup, the interview. They shooting pool. They had a beautiful, nice little setup and everything, cigars or whatever.
Yeah, that's
and
dope.
this was like 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Think about it.
That's dope.
So now that social media has given you the platform, and then they paying people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Big
that's
money.
what. Yeah, so you can definitely capitalize off social media, but it's just like I wish it was some way to distinguish like being a real chef and like a content creator. Like I know some people like kind of ride the line, be like, "Am I a content creator or I'm a chef?" So I just be like, distinguish that. Like I'm not trying to be a content creator. I'm trying to be a chef that just put out great content.
So can you
Right.
distinguish it for me? What would be the difference with that? Is it the taste of food? Is how they go about business?
Like how you said, like if you go capitalize on social media, do it by any means. But it's like it's people who sit at home and they can set up the lights and make they can make it beautiful at home. But I'm like, no, we actually in the kitchen. We got clients up around. We really hold
What's the difference?
we it's preparation. It's really like we in there floating. You know,
Right.
we in the kitchen going crazy, sauteing, baking, all roast,
Just
grilling.
like my boy Lucci said, you can catch me in the kitchen on the grind.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's
You know what
like
I'm saying? So
we
it's-
doing that, and we hold and what we do we hold conversations with our
Right.
clients, and we entertaining
And you
at the
still
same time,
performing.
and you still performing. They watching you plate and stuff like that. So it's like, can you do that with that kind of pressure on you? Like, because if I can sit at home and make the lights and take 1,000 shots, it would look beautiful every time. But like, can you make it look damn near perfect with all of that going on?
Right.
You know,
stuff
that
like
goes-
200 plus people.
That goes
Yeah,
back
so
to what I had to endure coming up as a chef. 'Cause like I said, when no social media, when I was, you know what I'm saying, and working in hotels and restaurants, way back when. So again, when you working in the kitchen, like, you know what I'm saying, 'cause my first job was Expo. I was
Okay.
an expediter at Aruba Beach Cafe. Shout out to my boy Chris Nealon. I still know my chef name.
yeah.
I still know the chef that pulled me out of school, who gave me a job. And when he gave me a job, he put me in his kitchen and he walked off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was on me.
Yeah, he
I
puts you on the
wasn't
fire.
I wasn't no sous chef. I wasn't no. All I was doing, because I feel like an expediter is a person that orchestrates the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's what an expediter is, a person that orchestrates the kitchen. So I'm on this side, they're on that side. I got my saute cooks, fry cook, everybody on the line, and I'm working with back home. You know what I'm saying, with Haitians.
Oh yeah.
We're
So
Haitian
they
guys.
really like.
I love them to death. I love my people. But boy, look at here, man.
Yeah,
If
I was
you
about to
don't
say
know
the
what
butt.
you're doing,
Yeah.
they will call you out and they will let you know, man, get your eyebrow. I'm talking about they will slam you.
Mm-hmm.
So I got slammed one night. It was my first time on the line,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about, and this is the difference between somebody who want to be content creators,
Mm-hmm.
who want to be people that, you know what I'm saying, that go ahead and do it for the ring light, with the gram, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I'm not knocking that, but can you come on this side?
Yeah, that's what it
Can
is.
you get
Like
in the kitchen?
you got them burn marks.
Right,
and,
I got
yeah,
battle-
like
listen, I got
you got
battle
them battle
scars.
wounds. Yeah.
All over my hands and everything. I got plenty of stories about that. But when it comes down to, again, orchestrating the kitchen, because I feel like anybody who work in the kitchen, and I always tell them, man, it was like, man, I want to be a chef. I want to be a chef. I want to be a private chef. I was like, no. I said, what experience do you have?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, no, I don't really have no experience or whatever. I said, why don't you go and start off in a restaurant or a hotel or something, do banquets, do catering, because we still need all that when you become what you really want to do for yourself.
And
So-
I mentor chefs. I mentor young chefs now,
You
and that's
have
the
to be-
first
yeah,
thing
you
that I
have to
tell
be
them
able to
is
mentor,
shout out Chef Leah. She's a new chef that we just put on.
All right.
But that's why I say, go work for these catering companies, go work for a resort, go work for a restaurant, a golf club, country club. Go get that experience.
I get all those.
Go get that experience. So
Right,
because you can't
that's it,
just,
man.
expect to, jump right into it when these clients, you working with clients and you got contracts with clients, $100,000, whatever, and you don't know what you're doing, and you got to be creative. You got to learn the basics. I think that's what it is. People don't want to learn the basics nowadays. They kind of just want to jump straight into
Right.
it. And I'm like, if you don't have a solid foundation, man, that building gonna fall.
Right.
So continue to, just build on your foundation and stuff like that, and just let it grow from there. So
That's some good advice, man.
yeah.
Because
What kind of
again,
advice would you give to,
I would give them about the same advice. You know what I'm saying? Because I have given that advice before. And I did say start off somewhere in a small restaurant or, some type of hotel where you'll be able to have some structure.
Yeah.
Where somebody will be able to kind of mold you a little bit. And then, learn all you can learn and do it for at least 2 years.
Yeah. At
Don't
least.
just go in there 6 months and, over the money. You know how many jobs I've had? And I'm talking about I wanted to walk out because it wasn't enough to take care of my family. I'm just talking about so what I did was I went and got 2 jobs. So I just go and work a kitchen job and then go work another hotel job or whatever. So I'm learning from all of them to the point where every restaurant that I went to, the hotel I went in, I never got a job or position less than a sous chef. Because I knew I never wanted to be an executive chef because I knew what it took and I knew what it was going to take away from me. But again, you got to go get that experience, you know what I'm saying? Or you can get up under a chef where you can stay there for a year, I don't care where it is, and just let them teach you.
And
Let them show you the ropes.
Everybody's not meant to be, quote unquote, a boss or oversee. Some people really let me come in, and that's why I try to take my my brand and my platform, because it's it's some chefs that are great at being chefs, but to be successful, you got to be great at running a business as well. So some people that don't know your overheads, don't know how much you're spending on this and that. So I'm like, look, come in. I already got that covered. Come in and just be a great chef, and we all go thrive and
do
succeed.
things the way that I want them done.
Yeah, but I'm
Because
open to
I'm open-
creativity
The reason
and
I
stuff
say
like
that is because, say for instance, back again, I'm taking it back to when I started. Every interview I had, chefs always say, well, they interview you, they talk to you about different things and whatever. Half of the stuff when I first started, I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the hell is that? So again, I had to get in there and learn. So that's why I say, at the end of the interview, and say, chef, you know what? And I say, you know what? I appreciate the interview. Thank you for your time. And I will definitely come in and do things the way you want me to, the way you want them done. I want to be able to do this job is that if when you're not here, they think you're here.
because it's
The passion, brother.
but
You got to have a passion for what you do.
they also don't understand that if something go wrong, I'm the one to blame.
Correct.
My insurance
Absolutely.
taking the hit or the brand taking the hit. So it's
Absolutely.
I still gotta have my imprint and my structure over it. Not trying to be overbearing, but I am open to that's what I'm saying. Chef Jay, me and him, sometimes we'll look at something, a canvas, and we got 2 completely different ways
views
of
of
thinking
how
about
you
it.
think about, right.
But we somehow make a marriage to where it's okay, I wasn't thinking that. I'm open to let's try it out like that. So I
So that's
think
the difference because again, you know what I'm saying, y'all in a different element, but y'all are still able to compromise, you know what I'm saying, and figure it out. Like I'm sure you have to do with even being on the other side of the bar of the kitchen and things like that. So that's good. So listen, within these last 3 minutes, Loves, I want you to get the viewers some, some good points of, being an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And just just leave them with something that's positive. You're a good, good guy, man. Like I said, when I saw you, even when you texted me, was like, when I emailed him, he was like, yeah, what is this in reference to? Something like that. And I looked at the text, right? I was like, man, what does this young nigga think? So I'm like, you know what? But I respect that though. And I was like, you know what? We give him that energy. Give him that energy. I gave it to him and he responded back, swift, responded back cool. And he's sitting here right now with us today. My boy Chef Tez.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Great interview. But leave us something with, that's something positive for the viewers before we wrap this up.
Definitely, man. Anybody who's getting into the chef industry or just starting a business, man, it's not going to be easy. I'm not trying to discourage nobody, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be instant gratification.
I like
You're
that.
not going to wake up tomorrow and be successful. So you got to be ready to grind, got to be ready to hustle, really put in that 10,000 hours. People don't understand that. And we live in a generation today where it's like, man, I want to wake up tomorrow famous. And it's like, it's not going to happen. So, you know, learn as much as you can. Get up under whoever it is who's doing great in the space, and learn as much as you can, ask questions, and be ready to grind and hustle, man. And you got to be able to block out the noise. You know, it's times in your life, and I'm experiencing now where it's like, you know, like everybody not understanding what you're trying to do, man. You wake up like, I'm really passionate. I'm really trying to chase a goal and a dream, and everybody not gonna understand that. So, you know, you hear the things, you know, you switched up, you going Hollywood, but I'm like, nah, man. The responsibility is not the same, man.
Exactly.
We really trying to chase a goal and chase a dream. So if you're not understanding that, then, you know, then hey,
That's good.
yeah. So
And one thing I don't consider myself as a celebrity chef, and people are like, yeah, man, you're a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity chef.
nah,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even like that
because
title.
one, I feel if you know, a person earned the right to become a celebrity chef not because of who they work for, but by the things that they've achieved. So I feel like I haven't achieved everything I wanted to achieve
Yeah,
yet.
absolutely.
As far as like, you know what I'm saying, I'm still stuck on the cookbook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I haven't
man.
walked no red carpet. I haven't been on the Food Network. I haven't been on none of those shows or whatever. I'm creating my own
Right.
to the point
Yeah.
where I can bring people in because I want them to be heard.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do, you know, with the platform is like, or my brand is, you know, just give other people opportunity, put other people in position, because I can't, like I say, I can't do it all myself. So why not bring in other chefs that are passionate and things like that, and be like, look, I created this platform, this brand. Just come in and do what you love to do. I got the clientele. I've laid the foundation. You come in and you just thrive and you succeed in that. So that's the whole thing right now. Trying to scale, and have a team of highly trained and professional chefs to where it's like, hey, look, I got this relationship already. I'm gonna put you over here. We gonna pay you well, and you know, make what you make out of that opportunity. That's the whole goal. What I'm trying.
All right. Hey,
To end on a
that's
light
what's up.
note, my final question. What is your signature dish?
I knew that was coming.
My inner
Hey, I want to hear this too, because you know what, I'll tell my answer what the signature dish is for me later, but I want to hear what your signature.
I say mine, then I say yours. Well, it's a traditional dish. Then we put our own little spin to it. So it's a classic surf and turf, but we do it a million different ways.
Okay.
So we'll pair it with a lamb rack. We'll do it with Chilean sea bass. We'll do a surf and turf with a nice béarnaise sauce, prawn fillet, poached lobster tail, béarnaise sauce over top. We do it a whole.
As long as the two components, and one is a surf, one is a turf.
Yeah,
I mean, so a turf can be anything that's on the turf.
It's a traditional. We'll normally do a beef cut or something like that. So we'll do a tomahawk and we'll do a live lobster over the top of it. So we do it like that. I think it's a great sales point. It's an elevated menu option. So we definitely try to add that. But we've done it in a plethora of different ways. I don't even eat steak, but I can't tell you how many steaks we've cooked and prepared. I can cook any kind of beef with my eyes closed. So
That's what's up, man.
our staple dish on the menu. Every time clients look at it, that's kind of like they go to the point where we switch up the menu to try to get people's focal point to go somewhere else, because everybody just kind of run to it. So
Right.
we're like, nah, let's try out this or try out that. So, but that's definitely it's made me a few dollars.
That's what's up,
Shout
man.
out to Chef Tez and his surf and turf. Okay.
Yeah, with his surf and turf.
But
that's
I gotta
what's
hear
up.
yours before we get out of here. What's
Nah,
your
I'm just saying like this. I don't have a signature dish.
yeah?
The reason I don't have a signature dish because all my dishes are signature, and I take pride and I cook everything with passion.
I love to create, but
I
you know
love to create,
we gotta give what the clients want.
Right, we got to get what the client wants. So you know what I'm saying again, you know. But you know, if somebody keep pushing me and talking about what your signature dish, I was like the last one.
I like that.
The
answer.
last one. That was my signature dish. Thank you for tuning into another episode of My Plate, My Canvas.
Yes.
Queen City, episode 2. A plate is just a plate. A canvas is just a canvas. Until you put something on it, presentation is everything. I love y'all. See you soon. Peace.
Luce, skid it.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Hey.